Focus on yourself and ignore them all. Demonic possession has taken over, and the desperation for attention is rising severely. All right. Focus on yourself because they are trying to steal your light more than ever. All right. As more energies are coming back to this planet, as God is waking up his people, all right, by the day, droves of us are waking up and figuring out what our purpose is, what exactly our calling is, how we're supposed to be spending our time, how we're supposed to be spending our energy, who we're supposed to be using it on, who we're supposed to be using it with. All right. The more you get yourself in alignment with your purpose and with God and his focus for your life, you're going to start to become stronger, but you're also going to be meeting a lot of hell that others are trying to throw at you, that the program is trying to throw at you because you're waking up. We live in a simulation, folks. All right. None of this is real. All right. You know, if you were able to vibrate at a fast enough pace or rate, you would be able to see that this is literally a matrix. You'd probably be able to see the green lines. You'd be able to see things in their molecular or no, excuse me, their atomic structure, as far as like the atoms that everything is made of, because everything is vibrating. Nothing is still. This is the matrix. All right. If you are vibrating fast enough, you'd be able to walk through walls. In order to see what I'm talking about, you probably have to, take some peyote or go to like a ancient shaman in the rainforest and take the hallucinogenics that they take for spiritual purposes. All right, opening up your mind to what is really going on around you spiritually, the things that you can't see. So the more that you get closer to God, the more that you get dead weight away from you, the more you cut off certain ties with people, leave them with love. You don't put any bad out into the universe for them. You don't put any bad out into the universe for people anymore. Not that you ever did, but you're working on your mind, you're working on your thoughts, you're not thinking negative of people who did you bad. You're letting them go and moving on and moving forward with your life. All right, you're moving forward and pressing on. The more that you focus up, the more that you realize what you're really supposed to be doing with your day. All right, the more that you realize how you're supposed to keep your energy to yourself and why you're supposed to keep your energy to yourself. All right, the more that these entities are going to seek you out. All right, you're going to be like fresh bait. All right, you're going to be like bait on a hook, or like a bleeding fish in the ocean amongst sharks. Because you're and not to say you're actually bleeding or hurt or cut or anything like that, but it's the vibration that you're on and the frequency that you're sending out as you get more in alignment with God and his purpose and his calling for your life. All right, there are going to be certain things that come out of people who aren't ready and who aren't on the same frequency or vibration. All right, you're going to see things in people spiritually that they may not even be aware of. All right, somebody may be sitting there and they think they're talking to you, having a conversation, but you're seeing another side of them and actually dealing with another side of them. All right, so these people may not even be aware of what is actually in them or what's going on, and odds are they ain't. All right, because if they're spiritually asleep and they can't see these things or be aware of these things or possibly even know if they're possessed or how to deal with their own energy and if they're being demonic or not, you know, if they're unable to be able to check their energy levels and to be able to see or be able to feel the changes that are undergoing within them, they're not going to know whether they're hating on someone or jealous of someone or have some type of spirit that they shouldn't have, or they're hive minded, or they're working for they're working for the government, as far as like the program that they have set up to stalk its citizens. All right, because there are FBI agents, there are people who blew the whistle, doo doo, blow the whistle, doo doo. There are people who got their E40 on, and they're what's that dude's name? Oh, hip hop heads, forgive me. What's that dude's name? Too Short. I knew I was going to recollect it. All right, you get your Too Short on and you blow the whistle, and those people have written accounts of programs set up by the FBI, the US government, certain organizations, police, shadow government, Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, higher ups, elite. There are certain organizations put in place that carry out experiments on U.S. citizens and on citizens abroad in other countries. All right, this is not just something that happens in the U.S. This is something that happens everywhere. All right, and people are given the same accounts. All right, you think somebody was crazy if they told you that they were getting harassed by a sky, vehicles, by a helicopter or a plane, but you act like there aren't people, average Joes, that, are ex-military vets that have access to aircraft. All right, there are places like I believe every town at least has aircraft or like a plane station. I believe every town has a plane station. You'll see planes that are flying throughout your town that aren't, U.S. Airlines or whatever they call them, the planes that people fly to go on vacation and things like that. So there are people who own planes. There are people who own helicopters. There are people who are ex-military that have access to certain things. So there are people who have a program or a network within these organizations that have access. It's like, okay, we want to F with this person this way. We're going to, well, I have the tools you need. I have the plane. Okay, I have the evil. So, I have the strategy. Well, I got the plane. So show me what I need to do. Tell me what I need to do. Whatever it is I need to do. There are people that are being harassed and stalked by drones, by planes, by undercover people in unmarked cars and things like that. That man, I'm telling you, there was this one time where I wasn't telling people what I was doing in an area where I stayed at. I was staying in a room, and the lady, like, these people kept asking me what I was doing or where I worked or what I was up to. I wasn't telling them nothing. So they found out, like, that I was up to something because my patterns changed. This lady followed me. She hopped on the bus the same time I did just to see where I was going. I didn't get off at my stop, but I got off exactly where she got off at because I had to go there to get something that I needed from the store. And when I got there, she got on the bus to go right back around, to go right back up to where we just left. She didn't have to go to the bus station to go to any of the places that she would need to go to from that area. All right. Like when you get on the bus, like all the places that she would have needed to go to, she would have gotten off at, and the places that she would be trying to go to coming back, she could have caught the bus and just went there where she originally caught the bus at to come follow me. All right. So she basically made a unnecessary trip if she was going further, and then she made an unnecessary trip by not getting off at any of the stops along the way, if that makes sense. If you're catching the bus to a town that is, further this way, you don't catch a ride going that way just to go back the way you just came from. All right, that's the best way I could explain that. So that showed me, God showed me that that woman was following me, and she was doing that just to see what I was doing or where I was going. And you might say, why would someone might do that? It's because people practice witchcraft. People practice dark magic. And also, people have connections. Oh, he works here. Oh, I know so and so that works there. Well, tell him to fire him. We don't like him. You don't want him working there. They tell people bad things about you, smear your name, talk to people about you. Oh, well, my cousin's the manager there. Oh, start problems with him. He's bad at controlling his anger. Do this, get him upset, and he'll be out of there in no time, and he'll have no job. People have plans like this. People have games they play like this. You never know what type of evil somebody is trying to work into your life. So, all right. So it's best that you ignore these people and focus on yourself. Focus on what God is doing for you. Focus on the positive things that you want to see in your life. Focus on the things that you want to manifest. Keep your mind on your money. Keep your mind on your goals. Keep your mind on, the things that you need to do, the modus operandi for your life. All right. Don't keep your mind on people that are trying to get you upset or make you mad or angry. They're jealous of you. You are able to do some of the things that they would probably like to do with their life, and they don't see it as possible for themselves because they're not you. I'm just keeping it funky. I'm keeping it real. Some people don't want to take the time to go to the gym and create the body that they desire. Some people don't want to go to the gym and dribble all day and all night until they can become the next Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James. All right. Some people don't want to go to the baseball field and hit baseballs all day until they become the next MLB ultra mega super athlete. All right. Some people don't want to give it their all to create a better version of themselves. But because you have that in you, because you aren't mentally giving up, you aren't physically giving up, all right, you're not giving in, you know, they feel the need to gang up on you. All right, they're going to try to gang up on you, and they're going to try to make things worse for you. Pop my ear real quick. All right. But it's definitely best to focus on yourself, because what they try to do is they try to eliminate the amount of time that you have throughout the day by getting your attention put on, the little petty things that they do. So that way the rest of your day you'll be distracted and caught off guard and be irritable. So that way if you're mad, they're going to keep going. If you're mad, they're going to keep doing things to make you upset and frustrated. They're going to make it so hard for you to try to focus, because they know if you're upset and they make you mad, they can get you, and they can further, make you upset and frustrated, get you to freak out, get you to be more pissed off. It's like if they're pressing on your wound and you don't yell, they don't know if it hurts or not. They don't know if they're applying enough pressure, too much pressure. They don't know which end is up. But if you let them know what type of effect they're having on you, then they're going to keep doing the things that they're doing, because they know it's having an effect. They know that it's bothering you, and it's something that you would like for them to stop. Some of these people are so sick, they'll even wait a couple days. All right. I know we've had that period, and they do that to F with you so bad. All right. They do that to F with you so bad. I remember when people were following me in these company vehicles, and every time I kept showing up to this one place, this company car would show right up exact same time. Or they would like try to F with me and show up 5 minutes before or 5 minutes after. Like the days that I would call them about the stalking, like, yo, your company vehicles are stalking me. Oh, well, can you catch it on camera? Oh, well, can you this? Oh, well, can you that? By the time you pull your phone out, because you don't want to be walking around looking crazy with just your phone like that, because it's like you have to record everybody. So it's like, I don't feel comfortable doing that, because if people are already looking at you because you're walking on the side of the road or whatever, or because you're a pedestrian, which kind of already put some eyes on you. It's like you don't want to be seen as the crazy person throughout the town recording everyone. All right, but that it's just certain ways that they should know. They're gaslighting you, because there are ways that a person who is intelligent and aware and actually experiencing something would be able to explain it, versus someone that's not. All right, when someone is not experiencing something, when someone is lying, it's going to be a whole bunch of like they're trying to make up something. All right, when something comes out clear, when something comes out precise, when something comes out sounding, believable, when the person sounds educated, like they know what they're talking about, all right, the odds are this person might be telling the truth. All right, this person might be telling the truth. But yeah, those cars kept pulling up, man. And it's like, it was a couple days where they stopped. And this was something that I was praying about nonstop. I was praying about this every day. I wanted these people, because it's no touch torture. And what they do is they do subtle and covert aggressive actions that will, play games with your mental state and attack your mind. They attack your psyche. They engage in what's called psychological warfare. All right. So when these people are engaging in this warfare with you, you're praying nonstop. It's like you want God to stop this, because it's like you don't want to keep being bothered. All right. So I'm praying, I'm asking God to stop it. Finally, it just stops for like a good 2 days. And those were like the happiest 2 days of my life. And they could see, like, I didn't like walk around like I was happier, but you have they can sense a change in you, because they watch you so goddamn much. Excuse my language. God forgive me. All right, excuse my French, but they watch you so much that they even notice the changes in you when they stop harassing you for a little while. and they let you get your spirit back up. And this messes with people more than just going on straight through with the harassment, because after a while you start to gain immunity to it. So what they do is, once they see you start to get too strong, and once they see that you start to basically break through what they're trying to the matrix that they're trying to keep you in, you basically, it just becomes a part of your reality at this point, like a bird flying past or a cloud above you, or sometimes it rains, sometimes it doesn't. Like, once you start to accept it, they fall back. All right, once you start to mentally accept it, like, okay, I just, this is something that's going to happen, they'll stop for a little bit in time. They'll let you have a couple days to yourself, let you have some peace, and then they'll bring it back on and start to implement the attacks again, in hopes that that will, cause a person like some type of mental breakdown. And I actually experienced that on multiple occasions, where the people stop for a little bit and then they keep going, like, they keep going, and possibly even bring it on even harder, which is really sick. But it's what they do because they're devils. All right. So it's best to focus on yourself as best you can. Whether they make you upset, clearly quickly bring your attention back to something that makes you happy, that makes you feel good, that makes you feel, not upset, not angry. It's all a game. It's all about what you choose to do with your brain and your mind, and how long you choose to focus on something that you don't want. It's up to you. You have the power to focus on whatever it is you want. All right. Of course, these devils are trying to get you to focus on what would suit them more. All right. They're feeding off of your energy. So, of course, they're going to try to get you to focus on something that makes you angry or upset, because that's how they stay strong in this matrix. All right. It's basically, basically like, if you have no food, you're weak, you're hungry, you want something to eat because you need something to eat. It's the same thing with them. Starve them out, deprive them of nourishment. All right, deprive them of food. Don't give them a damn thing. Don't give them nothing. All right, these are the types of spirits, or the types of people that you see on the side of the road, and nobody helps them. You're not supposed to help them. All right, don't acknowledge them. Don't look at them. Don't speak to them. You see people going to play games with you. You see that game playing spirit. You see that demonic, playful, petty entity, coming at you. Walk past it like you didn't even see it. They may cut you off. Be patient. Be patient with these demonic spirits. All right, you can, if you have to, speak to them, but always be kind, because if they can get you angry, that means they're in control of you, and they're controlling you. So just be kind to them. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. I know you may not want to, and it may kill you at first. Hold the door for them. Hold the door for them. All right, they don't exist, but let them exist in their own little world. Even though they exist, they still don't exist to you. They may exist for that moment. All right, they may exist for that brief period in time, but if you're kind to them, that's a period in time that you win. If you're able to be polite to them and show them just how good God is to you, that's a period in time where you win. That's how you defeat the devil, not allowing him to get inside of you. That's how you defeat the devil, by not allowing him to get inside of you, not allowing that spirit to rise up in you. That spirit has to rise up in us. And they try to get that to make that possible through negative actions, through our own emotions, through our own negativity, through our own bad energy. All right, they want you to turn your own energy bad by how they alter your mental state, and how they alter you to think about your situation. They want to do enough bad things to get you in a bad mood, so you have a bad attitude. So now you're cursing out everyone and everything, and your whole day is ruined, because you allowed it to happen, because you chose to focus on something that somebody else did that you have no power or no control over, because there's no power except what your mind gives to the things that happen outside of it. These things have no power except for the power that your mind gives to it. So the things that are happening outside of you that you have no control over, don't give it any power. When you focus on it, that gives it power. You focus on yourself, you're keeping your power. You're giving yourself the power. You're focusing on God, you're giving God the power. All right, you know how they say give glory. Whatever you're putting your focus on, that's what you're giving your glory to. You definitely don't want to glorify these demons. You don't want to, be raising them up and holding them up on high and holding their frequency, their name, their power up on high. You want to hold the most high up on high. All right, that's what you want. That's the type of spirit you want to elevate in your life. All right, focus on what you want, not what they want for you. All right, it's not going to be easy to do at first, but once you start to, use your mind the proper way, once you learn how to use your mind the proper way, you're going to be able to play the game how it's supposed to be played. They're trying to play you, but they're really setting themselves up to play themselves. They're the ones that's going to lose, and you're the one that's going to win in the long run. They work for you. They make you better in each and every way, and each and every day. You're getting better and better when it comes to working on your mind and dealing with these fools. They cannot stop you to save their life. They can't stop you. They can't stop you from focusing on yourself. They can't stop you from ignoring them. They can't stop you from keeping your own energy. That's the reason why they want to startle you. That's the reason why they want to upset you. That's the reason why they try to frustrate you. Is all energy, and they have none. You have all of it. All right. And they have to try to come steal it from you for themselves because they don't possess any. Possessed by many, but when it comes to positive energy, they don't possess any. All right, so they're real desperate. As you can see, they are desperate. They're dressing like you. They're copying the way you walk. They're meeting you at certain times. Like the most annoying thing is when you ignore people on purpose, and they can see that, so they force an interaction to happen with you and them. That will make you want to slap the piss out of somebody, but don't you do it. All right. That'll make you want to slap the piss out of somebody, but don't you do it. Keep your hands to yourself. Be polite to them. Slap the piss out of them with a kind gesture. Slap the piss out of them with a mental, not speaking this, but slap the piss out of them with a God bless you. Just in here, bless them with your thoughts. God bless you, because they need all the blessing they could get. Because what you put out is what you get back. Don't allow the devil to trick you and make you fall into his trap. What you put out is what you get back, even to evil people. This is how the devil gets you. Oh, well, they're doing bad, to hell with them. Nope, to heaven with them. Wish them the best, pray for them, and that way that's going to keep your heart clean. It's going to keep your mind and your spirit pure and at ease and peaceful. All right, the devil wants you all, you stupid mug, and I'll kill, and I'll hurt, and I'll maim, and I'll destroy everybody's life, including mine, because they're playing with my mind. That's how the devil wants you. Focus on yourself and ignore them. All right, demonic possession has taken over. People now are getting possessed. All right, and the desperation for attention from God's chosen is rising severely. All right, you're getting closer to God. You're weaning off weak spirits, negative spirits. All right, you're getting all your karma out the way. You're getting all bad energy out the way. You're getting all the naysayers out the way. You're getting all the haters out the way. You're going through a stage of purification. All right, you're cleaning up your aura, cleaning up your mind, cleaning up your life, making everything better. You're on the path to prosperity. You're on the path to greatness. You're on the path to realness, not the path to fakeness. All right, they hate to see us rise up and level up, but they have to. But the spirit on them causes them to act out and short circuit. They can't take it. So you're going to have to ignore them and focus on yourself, because they're going to be doing all types of wild stuff just to get your focus on them so they can feel good. All right, you know how the sun, it feels good to have the sun shine on you. It's the same thing when you look at these people. They get their little 5 seconds of fame, 5 minutes of fame, 15 minutes of fame, whatever. I wouldn't give them 2 seconds. Immediately bring your attention back to yourself always, because they think they're slick. And I'm telling you, just the slightest little bit of acknowledgement gives them a little bit more time to exist. But they can't do it without your permission. So don't permit them to exist. Ignore these folks, or these foes, I should say. All right. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to all the peaceful, loving, kind people, to themselves and to others when God shows you that's what time it is. But I will see you in the next one. Peace.